Hey, how's it going, everyone? Happy Sunday. So, get right into it. Yesterday I attempted to start my first time run doing I keep saying it wrong, the Mad Titan Shadow. That's how you say it. Um, we started with the against Ebony Maw, just the first scenario. Per my channel community, I put a vote in to either play as Spectrum, who I've never played before, and Adam Warlock, who I've played once, and that was only because I used a really sweet deck build by Daring Line. So the vote came down to Adam Warlock. I decided to create a deck for him. He was kind of interesting because you have to follow some certain guidelines with his avatar of life. During the deck building process with him, you can only include the equal number of cards from all four aspects, and you cannot include more than one copy of any non-Adam Warlock card. So I went 50 cards with this deck, and I basically went 7 across the board with everything. I didn't really put any super meta build together or anything like that. Kind of just went with inspiration from the Infinity Gauntlet comic from back in the day. So I just kind of put allies in there that were part of that whole process. But this is a replay from the first scenario because I've yet to progress in the campaign. So we're just gonna try and get right into it. Maybe I can get a second game in today, which is what I'm hoping. So, real quick, let's take a look at here. Alright, so special rules with Ebony Maw. Nothing really, he's just spell environments. So the only thing I need to do is I need to put secure landing pad side scheme into play, and then make sure security breach side scheme is shuffled into the encounter deck. And that was pretty much all I had to really worry about. So, alright, so securing the landing pad goes into play. Probably would help if I... So this goes into play with 2 threats, has hinder, 1 per player. So in total that'll be 3 threat that's going to go on there. Ebony Maw has 14 health. And we will reveal attack on nowhere. Nothing special with that. We have all those scenarios in. And then when revealed, each player will... Oh, maybe the start's going blurry. Maybe not. Maybe. Alright, so each player discards cards at the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded, and then we put it into play. And then we shuffle those discard pile back into the encounter deck. This comes in with 1 threat per player. Threshold is 6 per player. So that will go on with 1. And we'll go ahead and shuffle the security breach side scheme into the encounter deck. I already have my obligation in there. 1 quick shuffle is all you need. And real quickly, let's just go ahead and get that discard so we get a spell environment in play. So what we're looking for, there's so manipulation, and then we take the discard pile, we shuffle the discard pile back into the encounter deck, and then we put the encounter deck into the orange because we love to color code things. It makes me feel safe. So, that being said, manipulation comes into play. because it's being put into play, we don't have to worry about the surge effect kicking in. Pardon my blurriness. So this comes into play with 2 invocation counters. Force response, after the last counter has been removed from manipulation, discard it and then discard 1 card at random from your hand, and then my identity becomes confused. So the whole thing with Ebony Maw is he wants these environments to be put into play. That's because Ebony Maw has a force response with that, with his ability, with the environments. So anytime he activates, attacks, schemes, whatever it is, whatever makes him activate, basically we remove a counter from each spell card that's in the play area. So I got into a situation yesterday when I was playing the first game, when they get a whole bunch of these on the table. Hey, how you doing today, Havoc? When you get these onto the table, and you get like more than 3, you're kind of setting yourself up for some hurting. That's good. How's the customization stuff going? I'm trying to do better each day, to be honest. Been having a nasty little stomach thing yesterday. Just went to go see the new Superman movie again yesterday, or today, I should say. And I just attempted to try to get this campaign, because I've never played the Shadows of the stuff. Yeah, no, yeah, it's the worst. Feel bloated all day, and all you want to do is, it's not to be super graphic, but it's kind of like not good. It's like, why am I here? Type feeling. So, oh yeah. I think the only thing I've eaten today was theater popcorn, so I'm sure that was great for my cholesterol, and I'm sure that made the stomach feel right. So yeah, we're just doing a replay from scenario 1. Maybe we'll get another game in. Campaign of the... I keep saying it the wrong way. It's called the Mad Titan Shadow. I keep saying Shadow of Mad Titan because I think I'm thinking of Shadows of the Empire from the N64 Star Wars game for some reason. That's how I'm thinking of. But, alright, so that's shuffled up. That's revealed. He doesn't have a force response. We're doing standard 3. We're not here to impress anyone. We just want to experience the campaign. And is this still blurry? Can my hand fix it? Yeah, my hand fixes it. Nice. Perfect. Okay, cool. Let's draw to a hand size of 6. So we got Shield Spell, Align Weights, Cosmic Awareness. Yeah, definitely want that. Thor. We don't have any minions out, so we don't really need Thor right now. 3, 4, 5. I feel like having Lion Weight would be great because I could actually use it as a setup in case a minion comes out, and then because there's some beefy minions in his set. I actually did like the movie. I got emotional with it because hearing the old music from the original Christopher Reeves movies got me all choked up and brought me to a place in my life when I was a child and things were simple and innocent. And Christopher Reeves was the man. Not that I had anything against Henry Cavill playing Superman. I thought he was good too. But I understand why they had it. They're rebooting the whole franchise. Yeah, all the movies that they put out in DC have not done very well. And you gotta look into the business aspect. If you're not doing very well, why would you keep the same things if you're trying to redo things? So I get it. But it definitely felt like It definitely felt like a James Gunn Guardian of the Galaxy type thing. So I kind of appreciate it. Did you see it? I'm gonna mulligan these four. Oh, maybe I keep Cosmo. No. What were your thoughts on it? Oh man, we could do stuff. I think we could say it's a step in the. I think we can agree it's a step in the right direction. It wasn't like a big backward step. I mean, they've already paid off what they paid putting it together, so that means they did something right. Yeah, I really wanted that. Man, what do I do? All right. This is what we're working here right now. Um, Getting Source of Supreme is sweet. So that's a 2 cost right there. So I've can get that out. Okay, so let's be honest. That scene with Mr. Terrific was totally a nod to what Yondu did in Guardians 2. Because I felt like that was the Yondu scene from Guardians 2 when he takes everyone out with the arrow. Oh, I loved Guy Gardner. I thought he was great. Yeah, they didn't do a lot of Clark Kent daily Daily Planet scenes and that. They had the one where he comes in, he talking about how he did the interview with himself or whatever, and then they had little bits of here and there, and then they just kind of went more of like the little fight scenes and all that. So I want the Source of Supreme. It might be important I start I haven't gotten into my upgrades. Mystic Senses would be great. Or I don't use it. I could get rid of Secured Landing Pad, and then I can get Cosmo on the table. Or we're gonna do this. We pay the 2 to get this. Thwart 1, Battle Mage, remove 2, draw a card, and then we use that in the second card. Maybe we get into a double, we put it on that. I think that works. And I get to draw a card. Let's see if that works. Alright, so on that note, I'm going to pay the 2 resources to put Mystic Senses into play. Mystic Senses is an upgrade. It allows me to draw a card after I resolve the effect of Adam Warlock's Battle Mage. We're going to flip to Hero also. And then we are going to thwart 1 off of here, which will drop it down to 2. And then we're going to use his Battle Mage to discard 1 counter from my hand. Depending on what aspect we use, we're going to do the Justice aspect. We get to remove 2 threat from scheme. So we'll get rid of Zone Silence, remove the 2. Then we can activate Hero Response for Mystic Senses to draw 1 card into the Astonishing X-Men, which is a good card to have. And then Securing Landing Pad has been defeated. When it's defeated, we flip the card over. We gain Cosmo. Cosmo, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health. Guardian. It does not count towards our ally limits. I really want to put this out, or do I take advantage of blasting him for some damage? Yeah, let's just do it. No, I don't know. We're gonna put the Source of Supreme in. Yeah, I wanted to blast him, but I figure I should play it safe and get my board built up. And then I don't. I could just do 2. Do I waste health on Cosmo? I actually would just do 2. So bring it down to 12, and then he'll take the 1 consequential. Already up. And then we'll drop to 6 cards. Hey, Soul World! Captain America, make the call. Iron Man. Heroic Intuition. Cosmic Awareness. Alright, so villain's turn, we put 1 threat onto the main scheme. This will now put it on 2. Ebony Maw is going to attack me. I will go ahead and I'll defend it. So he's attacking for 1 with 2, so that's 3. So I take 1 damage. Then Ebony Maw's Force Response will activate. Did I draw 6? Yeah, I did. His Force Interrupt is anytime he activates, remove 1 invocation counter from the spell card. We remove this off of Manipulation. And then we'll get our encounter card, which will be a Rebel Storm, which will also give us a Surge, and this comes into play with 3 counters. And we get Drawing Near. Crap. Alright. This is off to a good start. Alright, so we are now on the start of player turn. We are going to hit the Drawing Near. Force Response, we discard the top card of our deck. Place 1 pursuit counter on pursuit bypass for each friend resource icon. Thank God. That's 1. Where's my... There's 1. Alright, so now I need to get rid of that. Let's see. We'll use Captain America to put in our Soul World support card. We should... Who we got in here right now? Anyone that's... We got nothing. So I don't want to get rid of Make the Call yet. I think what we'll do... I think we use Cosmo. Actually, no, we just Battle Mage. I'm gonna Battle Mage the Heroic Intuition to remove 2 threat off of the scheme. Lets me draw a card with Mystic Senses into a summoning spell. And then let's play 2 to do a summoning spell. We'll discard cards from our top of our deck until we discard an ally and then put that ally into control. You know, it's a really good card. I finally understand the whole thing of, like, you can bypass, like, the whole rules about how you can't play certain allies if they're lock traded, but if you play cards that, say, put the ally in play, I could literally put in, like, say if he, you know, something that was lock traded, like an X-Men character that says can't play unless you're an X-Men. Like, summoning spell bypass it. I just realized that Make the Call does that too. Oh, lost my cape. Lost my purpose. I lost my staff. I better get somebody good. Oh, this is good. Oh, there goes. I think that's both my cosmic wards. Lost my combat training. Lost that. Alright, so we're getting Cyclops. So, that's cool. So he gets put into play. And when he enters play, choose an enemy until the end of turn or end of phase. Increase the amount of damage the enemy takes from each attack. Well, I might also take advantage of that. So he's going to do 3 damage. And I guess we'll just have Cosmo do it too. Yeah, that's solid. And that's like, I like that stuff, but then it's like, oh man, leadership really is like easy mode Marvel Champions. And then we're gonna safely hopefully flip down. And we're going to alter ego action, discard an identity specific card from your hand to discard this card. And that's it. So drawing up to 6, we get the Night Nurse, we get an energy, Karmic Blast, Death Focus, another Karmic Blast, and a Vest. I think what we'll do is we'll, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to put 1 threat onto the main. Ebony Maw is going to activate. He's going to scheme for a base of 2. After this activation resolves, place 1 pursuit counter pursuit by the pass. I'll go to 2. So we'll go to 3. Force interrupt. After Ebony Maw activates, remove 1 counter. So manipulation's removed. So now, after the last counter's been removed, discard this card. And then discard 1 card random from your hand, and then you're confused. Of course. It's alright. I don't want resources anyways. Alright, and then we remove 1 off here. This goes to 2. And then when this is done, it's going to deal 2 damage to each character I control. Okay, we'll get an encounter card for our troubles, and that is going to be Reactor Overload. Overload. Crisis Icon. Each player must choose either to take 2 damage or place 2 threat here. I'll take the 2 damage. Okay, and this gets 3 on it. Alright, player turn. We are going to... I don't think I'll be able to play both of these, so I'm going to throw 1 Karmic Blast away to remove a status card from Adam Warlock, so we'll get rid of this. We'll flip back to Hero. Let's do a Battle Mage. We'll use Night Nurse to heal Cosmo by 1. We will use... Oh yeah, I forgot to draw a card from Mystic Sense. So, draw 1 into Spider-Man. I think... we use Spider-Man to put in a Depth Focus. And then we're going to use... Adam Warlock to thwart 2. No, thwart 1 off of here. Yeah, so that takes it down to 2. And then Cosmo, and then Cyclops can throw it 2 off of that. So we can get rid of this. And then we use Depth Focus to reduce the cost of Karmic Blast because it has superpower into it, and then we use our Armor Vest to pay for the rest of it. We deal 4 damage to Ebony Maw, and then we can discard up to 4 cards from the top of our deck, and then deal 1 additional damage to that enemy for each different aspect. I want to get him onto the next stage, so I'm just going to discard all 4. So that doesn't count. That's 1. That's it. That's 4. Well, 1 damage. What a miss that was. Alright, so we did 5 damage to him. Alright, and then Cosmo finishes him. So he has 2, he has 2. Ebony's been defeated on the first stage. So Ebony Maw, he is now a 2 scheme, 2 attack with 18 health. When revealed, each player discard cards from the top of the card deck until they discard a spell card put into play. And then he has the same ability from that. Noted. And he gets 4 more health. Alright, discarding, and there you go. Another Rebel Storm. Alright, so we're going to ready up. And then we get 6 cards. Strength, Skillion, Spiritual Meditation, Under Surveillance. One way or another. Quasar. The Squirrel Girl and the Justice Department. Alright, so it is now Villain's turn. 1 threat goes on to the main. Ebony Maw is going to attack. I'm going to defend. So he's going to attack for 2. And after the activation resolves, place 1 pursuit counter on pursuit by the past. And we are getting close to our nemesis. So what was that? 2. So I defend that, no damage. Yay me. And then we remove 1. We remove 1 off here. Alright, cool. So that means I'll be able to get... That actually works out pretty nicely because I'll be able to get some usage out of my minions before they go. Alright, or my allies, I should say. Unless we get a, he's gonna scheme, which, nice. We do get a surge on that. So pacification comes into play with 3. We just surged into a Ooh, okay, I just lost everyone. Wish I would have had my ward up. I hate this. Alright, so Channeling Trance says remove one invocation counter from each spell environment in your play area. If no spell environments are in play, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until one is put in play. So that just screwed me over. Alright, so Rebel Storm removes one off of here. This removes one. This goes down to 2. When this is done, 2 damage to each character you control. So, Ow, dead. And just like that, boom, my excitement just went from 9.5 down. You know, it was brutal is when I was attempting this yesterday. Literally was almost ready to win, and then it schemed out. But I used both my wards on like blocking the channeling trance. I should have kept one down in case I got the one that makes him try to scheme. Alright. So that's done. Alright, we are on player turn. Somehow we can bounce back from this. So I need to get a reset in. I'm going to do Spiritual Meditate. I'm going to draw a card. And then I decked out, so I'm going to get an encounter card. I'll shuffle up and get my second card. But, because I decked out, I get to put a counter onto Soul World. Makes me happy. So I get Thor. And I have to discard one card from my hand, which I don't really need Thor. But no, I don't. 2 damage would be nice. Actually, I'm gonna discard that. Let's do Strength to put in another Mystic Sense. Let's play one way or another. Search the encounter deck or side scheme. Put it into play, reveal it, and then draw 3 cards. What does this one do? I'm planning on probably losing that main scheme. I think at this point I'm just trying to go for the kill now. So let's do Reactor Overload. We'll put that in. That's going to put in a Crisis. I'll take the 2 damage. That'll drop me down to 4. Shuffle that up. I'll draw my 3 cards. Shield Spell. Cosmic Awareness. That's satisfied. Can I pump out 14 damage this turn? Oh, what we could do is we do have a Karmic Blast, so we know we have at least 4 damage here. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Battle Mage, and I'm gonna use Thor to deal 2 damage to an enemy. Yes. So that'll take him down to 12. And then I have Mystic Senses that allow me to draw a card for doing the Battle Mage ability, so that's 2 cards I get. So he's gone. And then I draw into a Lion Weight on the basic spell. Okay, so I have another 3 damage right here. So I could go 3 damage. And then we know we got 4 here, so that's 7. And then if we hit every aspect, 8, 9, 10, 11, that would be 11 damage. And then I could stay up a turn. I have a shield spell to block. What is this going to do? That's going to do 2 damage to me. That'll kill me. I think I pump out all the damage I can. I flip down, get a full heal, lose that scheme, flip over, and then try to just... I think he gets a toughness, though. Yeah. We'll see how this plays out. Let's do 2 resources, basic spell. We're going to do 3 damage to an enemy. So that'll drop him down to 9. We'll use Death Focus, and we'll use Under Surveillance to do a Karmic Blast, which will deal 4 damage to him. And then we discard up to 4 cards. So that's a miss. That's a miss. That's a miss. Hey! Flip down. Exhaust Soul World, remove a charge. And we heal up to 11. Hey, have a good day at work, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Alright. And then, there you go. I think we'll hold on to these 2. Let's see what happens. So we drop to 6. Spoiling for a fight. Skill Investigator 4, 5, 6. There's all my different aspect cards. Okay, this will go to 5. Ebony Maw is going to scheme for 2 with a boost, and that's 3. So that pushes this to the next part of the scheme. This will go to Power Stone. So with Power Stone, when revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and puts into play in their play area. And once this hits 9, we lose. It comes in with 1 threat per player. We will shuffle this back in. That was amazing. Alright, let's discard. So we get a spell. There you go, Fireball. So it gets put into play with 4 invocation counters. Am I supposed to shuffle this back in? Nope. Oh my goodness. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I saw some cards, so I didn't want to cheat. Alright, comes in with 4, and then he activated, so we remove 1. I take 2 damage for each character I control. So that's 10, and that puts me down to 9. This gets 1, this goes down to 3. We'll deal ourselves an encounter card. First one is... oh, that's terrible. Evil Alliance. After this activation, when revealed, each Nemesis minion play activates against you. If no minions activated this way, place 3 pursuit counters on pursued by the past. So we do that. This gets pushed over. We flip this over to Pursue by the Past. After you flip this card to the side, find your Nemesis minion, reveal it, search the set-aside area for your Nemesis side scheme, reveal it, and then shuffle the remaining set-aside Nemesis cards into the encounter deck. Flip this card over. So we will be putting in the Universal Church of Truth. Comes in with a acceleration icon to throw up a player. After a player resets their deck, exhaust that player's identity, and then stun it. And then we bring in the Magus. 2 scheme, 2 attack, 5 health. He has quick strike. Luckily, we are on alter ego side, so I won't be taking the 2 damage. He comes in with toughness. And then he has a force response after he activates against you. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. And then we will shuffle the rest of these into the counter deck. And we'll reveal the other counter card, which is the Black Order Infantry. This has guard, so that really kind of puts us in a pickle because we can't attack the villain. So, awesome. Okay, and that ends the villain's turn. So now we got some thinking to do here. So the good news is we're actually fine, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I got this thing called Make the Call, aka the Monster Reborn to Marvel Champions. What I'm going to do is, all we got to do is kill this Black Order Infantry, and then deal 4 damage to him because nobody else has guard, just him. So he is the only thing that's stopping us from taking him out. I am going to play Make the Call. I'm going to use, actually, yeah, we're going to Make the Call. Iron Man, Skill Investigator, Quasar, and I think that's all we needed. I think, right? Yeah, that's all we needed. We're going to play Thor. We're going to summon him from the graveyard. I do. I made sure I made this deck very electric friendly. Alright, so Thor comes into play. He comes into play with toughness. He does have an interrupt, so when Thor attacks a minion engaged with a player, I can spend an energy resource and then resolve the attack against each minion engaged with that player. So I am going to first I'm going to do a Battle Mage, and I'm going to use the Spoiling for a Fight red Aggression Aspect card to deal 2 damage. Or actually, I should flip over first. So I flip over, then I do that, and I deal 2 damage to an enemy. So I can bypass the guard because it's dealing 2 damage. It's not an attack, so it'll deal 2 damage to Ebony Maw. And then with Mystic Census, after I resolve Battle Mage, I can draw 1 card. So I got 2 of these. So I get to draw 2 cards. And we get a Summoning Spell and a Cyclops. Oh, wow. Yowie wowie. We don't have enough to do that. We'll just do the 2 resources. We'll play a Summoning Spell. And then we're going to discard cards from our deck until we get a ally. Alright, so we get Spider-Man. So Spider-Man comes into play. I can't use his response because I didn't play him for my hand. That's okay. So then we are going to... We're going to have Thor do 3 damage to the Black Order Infantry. And then we have Adam Warlock attack for 1. to take him out. That takes out the minion that has guard. And then we have the old Spider-Man. Isn't it fitting that Spider-Man's the one that takes out Ebony Maw? And like in the movie. The kid's seen more movies. And so Spider-Man will deal 2 damage to Ebony Maw, and that will defeat Ebony Maw. So we have defeated the first scenario of the campaign. Yay, team. Alright. What did that do? It took us only 50 minutes. Might be able to get another game in. Let's see where we're at here. So, okay. So, victory. If secure the landing pad was defeated, add Cosmo to the campaign pool. I feel like I should write this down. I need a notebook. Alright, so we did defeat the landing pad. Oh no, we didn't. That's what I should have used I screwed up. I screwed up. I should have used, when I used one way or another, I should have grabbed that side scheme. Oh, so now I can't add Cosmo to the pool. Well, we did not. That was a fail. So put the secure... If secure landing plan was defeated, if attack on nowhere was completed... If attack on nowhere 1B was completed, add security breach. It was. So we're adding security breach into the campaign pool. Alright, so add security breach to pool. Alright. So this one is called Scenario 2 Tower Defense. So Ebony Maw failed to capture the Power Stone, but in an unexpected twist, it was delivered to Thanos by Loki, the god of mischief. The outcast prince of Asgard also revealed to Thanos that the Reality Stone could be found in Avengers Tower on Earth. The Mad Titan immediately ordered Corvus, Glaive, and Proxima Midnight, his 2 most trusted generals, to attack the Avengers and seize the last Infinity Stone. Now it is up to Earth's mightiest heroes to protect the stone and their home from the Black Order. So with this one, we are going to need Under Siege, the armies of Thanos. I'm sorry, the encounter deck is Tower Defense, Armies of Titan, and Standard Sets. And then 2 main schemes. In this scenario, it has 2 main scheme cards in play at the same time. Stage 1B and Stage 2B. Both main schemes are active each round. The counter cards that refer to the main scheme refer to both main scheme cards. Okay? Each main scheme gains threat during step 1 of the villain phase, and they are affected by any acceleration crisis icons that are in play. When someone plays a card that refers to the main scheme, that card's controller must choose which of the 2 schemes it's referring to. If a constant effect on a player card refers to the main scheme, that card always refers to the scheme card with the attachment of focused defense to it. Players may thwart either main scheme on their turn. When a player wishes to remove threat from the main scheme by thwarting with a character or by a card effect, that player must first choose which of the 2 main schemes to remove the threat from. For example, if a player wishes to use 4 Justice to remove 3 threat from the main scheme, that player must choose either stage 1B or 2B. If the player chooses stage 1B, then 3 threat is removed from that stage, and no threat is removed. Okay, so you can't take from here, take from there. You have to specifically do it when you choose that. Got it. So we're fighting two villains at the same time. The scenario has two villains, Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive. Each of these villains is paired with one of the main schemes. Stage 1B is identified as Proxima Midnight scheme. Stage 2B is identified as Corvus. When either of the two villain schemes place the threat on their matching main scheme card, for example, when Proxima Midnight schemes place the threat only on Stage 1B. Because there are two villains in this scenario, it is possible that players may not have enough dials for all the heroes and villains when playing with 4 players. If that happens, players may use dice, counters, paper, pencil to substitute the last dial. Active villain. Both villains in play are at the same time, but only one of them is active. The active villain of each round. The active villain is the only villain who activates during step 2 of the villain phase. The active villain is identified by the attachment card Focus, or Focus Defense. The Focus Defense attachment begins the game attached to Stage 2B. The counter cards that refer to the villain only refer to the active villain. Okay, so it's kind of like Sinister Six. When a player's card triggers an ability that refers to the villain, they must choose which of the villains it refers to. If a constant effect on the player refers to the villain, the card always refers to the active villain. When a player wishes to attack the villain, they must first choose which of the two villains to resolve the attack. For example, if a player wishes to uppercut to deal 5 damage to the villain, the player must choose either Proxima Midnight or Corvus Glaive. If the player chooses Proxima Midnight, then 5 damage is dealt to her and no damage is dealt to Corvus Glaive. Avenger's Tower. In tower defense scenario, the heroes must defend Avenger's Tower from the Black Order's vicious assault. This is represented by a unique double-sided environment card, Avenger's Tower, that the villains are trying to destroy. The Avenger's Tower environment begins the game in play on its stronghold side. It receives enough damage, it is flipped over to its damage side. If the damage side is destroyed, then the players lose the game. Okay, that sucks. So the stronghold side of the Avenger's Tower environment card reads, the unique rule does not apply to Avenger's Tower. The constant ability allows each player to play the Avenger's Tower support card and use its ability while the Avenger's Tower environment card stronghold side is in play. The damage side of the Avenger's Tower environment reads, when revealed, discard each Avenger Tower from play. This ability reinforces the unique rule by discarding each other copy of Avenger's Tower from play. When damage is dealt to the Avenger's Tower, it must be applied to the Avenger's Tower environment card. It cannot be placed on the Avenger's Tower support card. So, modular difficulty. If a player wishes to increase the difficulty of tower defense scenario, they may place damage to the Avenger's Tower during setup. The extra damage represents the effectiveness of the Black Order's initial attack on the tower. The amount of damage placed here is set up by players as a group, but listed below are some recommendations for each difficulty mode. Alright, well, I'm just going to do standard because it's my first time doing it, so we'll just do the standard 1 damage. And this is how the setup looks like. Okay. Might be, figure it out. Alright, cool. That being said, I'm going to take a 5-10 minute break and clear this up. And then get this all set up and grab the cards I need. So, I'll be back. Okay, so now I'll set up here. Right. We got so setup, put save the shawarma place side scheme into play. So this comes in with 2 threat, hinder 1, so it'll be 3. Then over here. So 3. If security breaches in the campaign pool, which it is, it goes into the counter deck, which we have right here. We have our obligation here. And with this, we need Tower Defense, Armies of Titan, and standard sets. So we have that. Armies of Titan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That. Then we have the Tower Defense. Shuffle those up real quick. Okay. Alright, so let's reveal this first Under Siege. So set up reveal stage 2A and put into play next to the stage. So there are 2 main schemes and 2 villains. And then when revealed, put the Avengers Tower environment into play. Stronghold side face up, which we do have this here. Force response after damage is placed here. If there's at least 9 damage per player here, remove all of it, then flip the Avengers Tower over. This is coming in with 1 damage on it already. Alright, so put focused defense attachment into play attached to this stage. Alright, and that's a permanent. So a villain who matches the attached scheme is the active villain. Force response after this player phase ends, attach this card to the other main scheme. So defensive play, attach it to the stage. Each player searches the encounter deck for a copy of Black Order Procedure, puts into play engage with them, then shuffles the encounter deck. So that comes into play. Shuffle the encounter deck. It's all set. I think this is then revealed. This is Corvus Glaive's scheme. Alright, so that's his. So this goes here. So this is on here. And then this is revealed. This is Proxima's. So put that here. Okay. I think that's how we're supposed to set that up. Okay. So since this starts here, that means Corvus Glaive is the active villain. After the player phase ends, attach this card to the other main scheme, and then they become the active. Okay. We'll go from there, I guess. Okay, so they have force interrupts on here. So when this stage will be completed, remove all the threat from here, then deal 6 damage to the Avenger's Tower. Okay, I think I get it now. Okay. I think I'll be pulling this rulebook out a lot for this. So, all right. After the Black Order Besieger engages you, choose to either deal 1 damage to the Avenger's Tower, or deal 2 damage to your identity. Really didn't want to take damage right away. But so Proxima can't be defeated while Corvus Glaive has any hit points remaining. So how do you win? We gotta get them both down to 0, kind of like. So I assume it's just like the Horsemen. You gotta hit both of these at 0, I guess. We're gonna drop 6 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make sure I'm reading this correctly. Reveal stage 2A, we did. And then this one, put the advantage, that's in. Put focus defense attached to this stage. Each player searches the encounter deck, did that. Shuffle the encounter deck. So this gets one on it. Okay. Alright, so he's the active villain right now, because this is on here. Got it. Alright, mulligans. I think this one's gonna... We gotta get rid of him too. I think I want to try and get... I don't want to play like that. Alright, let's just keep it the way it is, I guess. Alright, so we're going to flip to hero. We're going to do... Let's do Battle Mage. We'll use Combat Training for the Battle Mage. Throw 2 damage onto the Black Order Procedure. And then we'll have Warlock take him out. And then let's do 2 resources, basic spell. We'll remove 3 threat off of the scheme. So we'll take it off of Save the Shawarma Place. And then when defeated, each player shuffles 1 copy of Shawarma into their deck and flip this card over. So then we get Black Swan. And they get Toughness. And then after they engage me, I have to discard 1 card from my hand. That's terrible. I'm going to hold on to that. Well, I didn't know I was going to get another minion. Well... So we get one of the, we get a copy of these shuffled into our deck. And we'll hold on to Karmic Blast. Already up. Astonishing X-Men. Might be good to get out. Spider-Man. Selective treatment. Okay. And then force response. After the player phase ends, attach this card to the other main scheme. So this goes over to Under Siege. So now Proxima Midnight's the active villain. Okay, so 1 threat will go on to the main. And then Force Interrupt, alright, so that doesn't matter. So Proxima Midnight's going to attack. Choose either to deal 1 damage to the Avenger's Tower, or Proxima Midnight gains +2 for the attack. Ugh. Alright. This is gonna go to 5. And then she's attacking for base of 2. We'll defend. That's going to be 2, and 3, 4. So we take 2 damage. And then Black Swan attacks for 2. And then we get a counter card. And it's our obligation. You may flip to Alter Ego, choose to exhaust your Alter Ego, remove this obligation from the game, or discard the top 5 cards in your deck. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different aspect. Discard it this way. Discard this obligation. Nope, since we're already exhausted. One, two, three. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 threat goes on to the main, which is that one. So that went to 6. So then force interrupt when the stage would be completed. Remove all threat from the stage instead, and then deal 6 damage to the Avengers Tower. Oh man, we're doing great for our first attempt. So that goes to 10 and 11. So there is 9 damage per player over here. This flips over. When revealed, discard each other Avengers Tower from play, which we don't have any. And then after there's 9 damage here, players lose the game. Okay, our turn. Man, we're not in a good position. We'll Battle Mage. 2 damage to Black Swan. Get rid of the top. We will Karmic Blast, deal 4 damage to Black Swan. And discard 4 cards from the top of your deck. Which we don't really need to, but I think we have 2. It says, yeah, and, so we'll discard only 1. Which is our summoning spell, which is horrible. So she's victoried. And then he doesn't hit hard, looks like. So we should be able to be okay. I'm gonna hold on to that. It's on exhaust. Drop to 5. Mystic Senses. Another Mystic Senses. Armored Vest. Oh, the cape. Alright. So enter player phase. The focus defense now moves over to Armies of Thanos. So now Corvus is the main. 1 threat goes on. Force response. After Corpse Wave makes an undefended attack, discard the top card of the encounter deck. Deal 1 damage to Avenger's Tower for each boost icon. So he's going to attack. And we are going to defend. So he's attacking for 1 with the boost of 1. So that's 2. We take no damage. Yay. And we defended, so that's good. So we block the 2, so nothing bad happens there. Then we get an encounter card. And we get Proxima Spear. So she now has Overkill and Piercing. And then hero action, take 1 damage and spend a mental and energy to discard this card. So that's going to go on to her. She'll get +1 attack. Alright, we're now on player turn. So let's do... Let's go 1, 2, to get our cape out? No, we're not even going to be able to do it. We might as well just do the 1 to get Astonishing X-Men into play. If we can get lucky and get a big thwart card, we can actually stun and confuse everyone. That comes in with 5 threat. And then... say we just do 2 resources to get our cape out. And she's going to be the one that's activating, so she'll be scheming for 1, so it won't be too bad. Yeah, I'm going to flip down. And then, I read it. Spiritual Meditation, Skillion, Strength, Pip, Thor. Might be ideal to get him out. Alright, so player phase ends. This moves over here. We're going to put 1 threat onto the main. Proxima is going to scheme for 1 and 2 boosts. So that's going to go to 3. We get a encounter card, which is City Under Attack, Hinder 1. So this gets 3 threat onto it. This one here. And we get the Crisis. So now I think this means that both main schemes get the Crisis icon. We have to do a quick rule check. Because it's 2 main schemes, right? So both main schemes are active each round. Counter cards that refer to the main scheme refer to both at the same time, so each main scheme gains 1. Oh, each main scheme gains 1 threat during... Ooh, okay, so this should have gone up to 3. Alright, good to know. So each main scheme gains threat during step 1. Got it. Then they're each affected by any acceleration or crisis icon. Got it. Okay. Good enough. Alright. So if we defeat this, we get a draw card. Alright. So let's do Spiritual Meditation, because we are a mystic on this side. We get to draw 2 cards and then choose 1 card from our hand to discard. Ooh. Let's get rid of this. Throw that away. Probably should recover. Probably should recover. But I think what we do, because he's going to be attacking, I think what we're going to do is flip to hero. Well, actually, the quantum... Actually, no. Hang on. Quantum magic I can play on either side. I'm not going to be able to get everybody out. Let's use Thor. Let's play Quantum Magic. Choose a card in my discard pile and add to my hand. I think we should add... Summoning spell. Play strength. Oh, this is a hero action, so I do have to flip over. Yeah, so we'll flip to hero. Strength, summoning spell. We'll discard cards until we get a ally and then put him into play. So, okay, so we get Iron Man. We also lost Make the Call. Let's thwart. Let's thwart one off of here. Drop it down to 2. We'll have Iron Man clear that. So when defeated, the player who defeated the team gets to draw 1 card. We'll draw into a Clarity of Purpose. And these go away. If I put Clarity of Purpose in, do a damage, to do a resource, that's not going to do it for me. We need a mental and energy resource to get rid of her spear. I think I'm just going to have to do these 2. I can get Pip out then. And he'll give me a block. Or a Battle Mage. And I can put 2 damage on somebody. Ready up. Or at 1. Yeah, I'm going to do the 2 and put Pip in. He comes in with toughness. I'll use him for a block. I have no board state either, so it's kind of rough. Alright. And then we're ready up. And we're drawing up to Sharma. It's 3 resources right there. We got our staff. We got a stun gun. A zone silence. And Cosmic Ward. Alright, player phase ends. This goes over to here. So 1 threat goes onto the main that affects both. And then Corvus Glaive is going to attack. I can... I should defend it so he doesn't do his thing. So I want to... Oh, she's got piercing too. That's not going to matter. But we could actually use the Shorma to get rid of that. But we have to take a damage too, which I guess in all probably the best thing to do. Okay, yeah, so let's Adam Warlock defends. So he attacks for 1 with a boost. So after this activation resolves, place 1 pursuit counter pursued by the past. It's over here. And we did defend it, so take no damage. You get the encounter card. And it is an Outrider. When revealed, discard 1 card random from your hand. Crap. Watch, it's gonna... Oh my god. Oh my god, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I don't want to lose the Zone Silence. Because if I can get away with it, I can get that off. And I can stun and confuse both of them. And I could do a flip down if I need to. So randomly... Okay, so we lost the Cosmic Ward, so I'm fine with that. Alright, so we got a minion in our midst. Alright, let's use this, take a damage. Let's get rid of the spear. So I don't want to deal with that. And then let's use the stun gun, and we'll use our stun gun, Zone Silence. Let's choose the Astonishing X-Men. And we'll discard up to 4 cards from the top of our deck. Remove 1 threat from each way. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got that down to 1. And then we can Iron Man to remove that. So Astonishing X-Men's been defeated. Stun and confuse each enemy in play. And they are both considered in play. We're going to hold on to our staff. I don't want to waste pips tough, since now we got rid of that nasty thing. Oh, he's stunning fused it. That was a clutch play, I think. Oh, that's... Okay. So now, that's all we can really do. He's got 2 damage right now. Call that a turn. We're going to ready up. We'll hold on to our staff. We're going to drop to 5. So that'll be Captain America, Cosmic Awareness, Genius, and then Death Focus. Nice thing is we could actually 2, 3, 4, 5. We could get Captain America out because he's actually reduced 1 because he's an Avenger. So that might be a move. So we get another ally to help us. Let's see how it goes. And I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Someone was at the door. Okay. Yep. So we got that end of player phase. This moves over here. So this goes up by 1 on both of the schemes. So this is F5. This is F5. And Proxima would want to attack me, but they're stunned, so they will not activate. And Outrider will not activate because they're also stunned. And we will get a encounter card. And Black Order Infantry has guard. When defeated, give the villain a tough stats card. And just to clarify too, I believe they set a rule that when it says the villain, so the villain who matches the attached scheme is the active. The villain. They must choose which of the villains it refers to. Okay, so that is completed there. And player turn. Alright, what do we do? Do we get Captain America out? We got some scheme issues. I could get Focus out. But Captain America that. Well, actually, what can we do? We could thwart 1 off of there. We also got to work on that too. I think I get Captain America out. And I should probably try and get my staff out. So, I mean, we have the resource to get the staff out. And then I could thwart 1 off of that. Battle Mage. Get 2, thwart 2 off the other one. And leave Iron Man as a block option for Corvus. Which I could probably just defend with Adam Warlock and not avoid that. So, or I could pay the 5 resources, get Captain America out. He comes with toughness, but we still got the threat to worry about. And that's the thing. That's a stuff that's gotta get taken down. I can easily remove 5 off of 1 by doing that. Genius, staff. Get that focus out, but I can just do 1, 2, play Cosmic Awareness, remove 3 off of it, do the rest of it, get it all cleared off. We'll thwart 1, drop this down to 4. And then we're going to Battle Mage to increase my thwart attack and defense by 1 for till the end of the round. After doing Battle Mage, I get to ready back up using the power of my cloak. I could straight up just take him out, but I'm going to thwart 2 off of here, put that down to 3. And then we'll do that. We'll use dot focus. And we'll use cosmic awareness. And we'll remove 3 threats off of here. Then we'll remove 1 more additional. That's our soul world. That sucks. But it doesn't get rid of it, so we're just removing 3. So that's going to go down to 1. So that misfired. And we lost the soul world. And then we'll just leave it the way it is. Though we're going to have a slew of minions attacking us. He's not going to be able to attack. So I'll be able to defend one of them. I can have Pip take the other one. So, yeah, I think we'll be alright. Alright, so we drop to hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're pretty much at the end of our deck. I think the smart move is going to be is playing Quantum Magic, get Soul World into play, reset the deck, get our charge counter, flip down, go up to full health. We'll have a bunch of people with confuses, so we don't have to worry about any scheming. But I think that's what we play. We'll hold on to Sorcerer Supreme, get that out next turn, so then we can start having a hand size of 6. I think that would be the ideal way to approach this. So yeah, alright, player turn ends, and end the phase. This goes over to this. This put 1 threat on each main, so it goes up to 1. This goes up to 4. Corvus Glaive will not activate because he's stunned. The Outrider will attack for 1. I'll take the damage. And then the Black Order Infantry will attack for 2. I will take that also. So that'll drop me down to 3. And then we'll get an encounter card. And Rain of Fire. When revealed, deal 3 damage to the Avenger's Tower. Okay, so 3 damage goes on there, and that will end the villain's turn. We lose our cool buff. Alright, so let's do Night Nurse, Quantum Magic. Choose a card in your discard pile, add it to your hand. We're going to grab Soul World, because it's important. It'll make us feel better. So we grab Soul World, putting that into our hand. And then we're going to use 1 Karmic Blast. Actually, no, I don't really think we need to do that. I could do that to put Soul World in. I want to play Karmic Blast. I also need to get that down too, so I need to thwart 1 at least. Yeah, let's do. We're gonna get a reset, so I could probably just use Captain America to take out some dudes. I think that's what we should do. So Adam Warlock, you will have Warlock thwart 1 here, have Iron Man hit Outrider. Outrider is done. And then we Karmic Blast. We use Karmic Blast. So we use this to get Soul World. No, because I don't want to lose that card. It doesn't help me at all. Can't get everything out. He's got no confuse. So we go. I think we just go 2, 3, 4. Get rid of him. One of them gets toughness. And then boom. And we just don't play Karmic Blast at all. We just get everything out. I think we're going to do that. Because we're going to heal up anyways. So let's do 1 damage from Warlock. 1 damage from Pip. Loses the tough. Tony will finish him off. So Black Order's gone. Then we give the villain a tough status, so I think I get to choose. Or no, it's... When a player plays a card or triggers an ability that refers to the villain, they must choose to which of the villain refers to. The constant effect on a player card refers to the villain. That card always refers to the active villain. Okay, so I guess I choose who the toughness goes to. So we'll put it on her. Okay, so Iron Man's gone. He took no consequential. And then we're going to... we exhaust our staff to put in Soul World. And then we use our 2 Karmic Blasts to put in the Sorcerer Supreme. So now our hand size will be 6 in hero form. And then we're going to flip down. And then we're going to ready up. And then we're going to drop to a hand size of 6. So that's 1, 2. We get an encounter card for decking out. And then response after your deck runs out, place 1 soul counter here. I don't think we're in super rough shape right now. But we're gonna get a full heal in. And then we can start working on getting our board built up. And then I assume I have to just get both of these guys to 0. It sounds like it works exactly like the Horseman scenario. So 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, cool. So now player phase ends. This moves over down to Siege. 1 threat goes on to the main, so this goes up to 3. This is going to go up to 5. Proxima will not activate because she's confused. Outrider will not activate because they're confused. Will be dealt an encounter card. First encounter card is Corvus Cunning. When revealed, Chorus Glaive activates against you. Luckily, he's confused, so he will not activate. So that's all set. And then we get Bound by Blood. When revealed, heal 2 damage from each villain, and then give each villain a tough status card. Well, they're all full, and they already got tough, and he's got tough, so they're both tough. Alright, not too bad. Could have been worse. Alright, we're now on to player turn. First thing we're going to do is we're going to use our response from Soul World to exhaust it, remove a soul counter, and then I can heal all damage on Adam Warlock, so he'll go back up to 11. That makes me happy. So now we need to get down to brass tacks. So we have one way or another, so let's do that. Let's flip to hero. We're going to play one way or another. We're going to search the encounter deck for a side scheme, reveal that side scheme, draw 3 cards. We probably want to grab Ebony in the encounter deck, right? Yeah. Our only choices are the land crafts, so we're going to be getting another minion out. Now we got this. Oh, we could draw a card. Yeah, let's grab that one. City under attack. That looks good. That comes in with 3 threat. That's because it's 2 threat, then 1 hinder, 1 per player. So that'll be 3. When defeated, player who defeated this gets to draw 1 card. Maybe I can get lucky, get that down, and do that. That gets 3, and then the main scheme, they both get crisis icons on here. And then we get to draw our 3 cards. We get to draw back into Iron Man. We get to draw a Mystic Sense, and then we draw into a Thor. Let's do... We're going to attack... Outrider? Yeah, let's attack Outrider. Actually, no. Let's attack. Let's pop off Proxima's tough, and then we're going to use Iron Man to battle me. Or actually, first we use our Karmic Staff, and we use our combat training to get. Actually, we'll use Thor instead. So we'll use that to get Mystic Senses into play. Then we're going to Battle Mage using Iron Man to increase our stats by 1. So we get +1 attack, +1 defense, +1 thwart. Then we get to trigger our cape to ready ourselves up. Because we Battle Mage, we get to draw 1 card from that. So we draw into a Quasar. And let's do... What's a magic? We'll play two Cosmic Wards to play a Karmic Blast. We'll deal 4 damage to Proxima. And then we're going to discard up to 4 cards to deal additional damage, and we do 1 for each different aspect. That's super missed, so only 1. So that's 5 damage we have on them. What do we lose? Death Focus, Sharma, Cosmic Awareness, Protective Training. So I'm going to use. Oh. I'm going to use Quantum Magic. I'm going to play Quantum Magic, and I'm going to use Combat Training to pay for it. And I'm going to add a card in my discard pile. I'm going to grab the Shawarma. And then we're going to have Warlock thwart 2 off of here. So that'll put it down to 1. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Pip will take 1 off of it, leaving it at 2. He'll take 1 consequential damage. Then Warlock will thwart the rest of it off. So we defeat it. Player who defeated gets to draw a card. So we'll draw a card into Quantum Magic. These go away. Now, if I Quantum Magic, Quantum Magic, throw that away. Nah, I want to get Quasar out. Yeah. We gotta get the scheming under control. Oh, they don't be Quantum Magicking. We're gonna play the Sharma. We're gonna play Quasar. So when they come into play, we remove 1 threat from each scheme in play. So this will go down to 4, this will go down to 2. Wait a minute. Which one? Oh, they did it. 1 second. So this goes down to 2, and then this goes to 4. Fixed it. Cool. Alright, so that being said, we can, let's just exhaust him, take out Outrider. So that's 1 less minion to worry about. He'll take 1 consequential. And then he's going to attack, he can defend, he's got defensive 3, and I think that was solid. Alright, cool. We're going to hold on to our Quantum Magic. And we get to draw to a hand size of 6, because we are now the Sorcerer Supreme. So we are drawing into, a basic spell. Cosmic Awareness, 3. Strength, 4. Summoning spell, beautiful. And then energy. Alright, we have resources. Alright, I think we got this under control now. Alright, player phase ends. Focus defense goes over here. 1 threat goes on here. This becomes 5. 1 threat goes on here. This becomes 3. Corvus Glaive is going to attack. We are going to defend with defensive 3. He's attacking for 1 base, and then he gets the boost of 2, so that's 3. So we take no damage on that. And then we'll get a encounter card, which is Nowhere is Safe. Place 1 pursuit counter on pursuit by the past. Then if there are any counters on, I have discarded upgrade or support I control. I would prefer. I'll just choose Soul World. Because we can get it back if we need to with Cosmic Aware or Quantum Magic. Okay, so that ends the villain's turn. Goes over to player. We lose our buffs. Alright, so she's got 4 HP remaining. That's got 5 threat on it. Let's play. We're gonna play. Cosmic Awareness on here. So it's going to be removing up to 3. And we'll remove 2 more. So we get all 5 off of it. So we have 2 different aspects. And then we're going to play Energy for a summoning spell. Discard until we get a ally. We get a Hulk. Mm-hmm. Alright, so let's do. Pip attacks, pops off his stuff. Pip's defeated. So consequential. And let's have Hulk hit Corvius Slave for 3. So he gets hit for 3. And then Force Response, after Hulk attacks, discard the top card of your deck. And then whatever the resource is. And it's physical, so he gets 2 more additional damage on there. Wow, it actually played out for me. Now he's got 5 damage. Hulk takes 1 consequential damage. We lost Wolverine. And let's do. Basic spell. Karmic Staff, or using Quantum Magic. We're gonna do basic spell. We're gonna do 3 damage to Corio's Slave, so he's at 8, but he can't be defeated while Proxima has hit points. So he's almost gone. So that's 8 damage there. And then we'll have Krasar attack, do 2 damage to Proxima, which puts them to 7. So 2 damage and we win. Alright. And now it's about time to ready up. And then we're going to draw up to hand size of 6. And we get Heroic Intuition, the Night Nurse, Mystic Senses, Triskelion, Spiritual Meditation, and Spider-Man. Alright, so Focus Defense moves over to Under Siege. Proxima Midnight is now the active villain. We will put one threat onto the main that goes to 4, and then one will go on to Armies of Thanos. And Proxima is going to attack for 2 and a boost. We'll just take it. So we're going to hit 4, or actually no. Oh, actually I forgot about her interrupt. So when Proxima Midnight attacks, you choose either deal 1 damage to Avengers Tower or Proxima Midnight gets +2. We'll give her the +2. So she's attacking for 4. So 4, and then a boost of 5, 6. So that's going to be... Yeah, so I go to 5. 5 damage there. And then get the encounter card. Rain of Fire, deal 3 damage to the Avengers Tower. So that's at 6. Right, and then that ends the villain's turn, and we're on player turn. So is there anything I need to do? Let's play Spiritual Meditation. We'll draw 2 cards, and then we'll discard 1. We'll just throw that away. Let's do... two resources, actually, yeah, 2 resources. 2 resources. Let's put out another Mystic Sense. And then let's do an attack. And then we'll put that to 8 damage. And then let's do Battle Mage. Battle Mage on Spider-Man. We'll remove 2 threat off of here. So that puts it to 2. And then with the Mystic Senses, we can draw 1 card for each Battle Mage. We're doing the Battle Mage. Since we have 2, we get to draw 2 cards. So we get Zone Silence and Genius. We can exhaust that. We can ready up. We'll do Spelling for a Fight. Zone Silence. Remove 2. Discard 2. So that's cleared. Play Heroic. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I'm just doing it to do it. I was actually trying to see if I can get another Quantum Magic and see if I can get my one way or another and see if I can get that other side scheme, but I don't think that's going to happen. So 7, 8. Alright, well, we'll just have Adam Warlock hit him for 1. So that's 8, 9. Alright, so Proxima's at 9. Oh, no. Oh, we only defeat their stage cards. Alright, this game's not over with. Okay, so 8. So, okay, so can I not knock him to the next stage? Until both of them are at that? Okay, so... Alright, so he was at 8. She was at 9. Okay, so this game's not done. I just threw away cards and I shouldn't have. Okay, so we defeated their first stage cards. So, Force Interrupt. When Proxima Midnight attacks you, choose either deal 1 damage to the Avengers Tower. Okay. So at least nothing triggered there. I mean, I guess it all wasn't a complete waste. Um, so he's got 11, he's got 12. Have Hulk hit 3 on them. We'll discard top of our card, and it's another physical, so they go to 5. Probably use him for a chump block for him. It's probably the best move. Alright, yeah, let's just write it. I mean, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counter card. And I don't have Soul World, so that sucks. Probably should have. I think I was so used to playing like scenarios with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where they didn't have another stage card. They're just kind of like a. Or I was thinking of the Horsemen scenario because they didn't have our stage cards. We need to feed them and just get them to 0 and all that. Alright, well. Hopefully that won't be my downfall. Alright, so we got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If that takes 3 more damage, we lose. Hopefully that won't be the case. Even so, I think I'm doing pretty okay for my first time doing this. So, may have made a couple mistakes here or there, but because his whole thing is, if you don't defend, you're gonna get penalized. Her whole thing is you have to make a choice when she attacks. So I just gotta remember that. So, I think I missed that maybe a couple times, but caught it towards the end. So I didn't 100% all the way cheat. I just cheated just a little bit. Okay. So yeah, 1 threat goes on to the main. That goes to 1. That goes to 2. At least we got the threat under control. Corvus Blade is going to attack. It's attacking for 2. We'll have Quasar take the defense on that. So he's attacking for 2 with a boost. That's 3. So he will be defeated. And we get the encounter card. So our first one is Drawing Near. It's terrible. Either deal 1 damage to Avenger's Tower or 2 damage to my identity. Wow, they make me decide like that. Okay. So he's engaged. This is in play. Start my turn. Force response. Draw a card. Discard. 1 counter goes on to Pursued by the Past. Where is it? There it is. So that's at 3. Right. We have 2 Karmic Blasts. We gotta do 11 damage to him. I'm gonna attack him. Or her, I should say. That's 6 damage. Can we get away with this? We might be able to get both of these out. We might be able to win this. Wow. Maybe I use Clarity of Purpose to Battle Mage. So I get +1 to everything across the board. I get to use my cape to ready back up. Because I battle mage and I have 2 mystic senses, I get to draw 2 cards, which I draw into a pip troll and a quantum magic. We're going to use Genius to Karmic Blast. We'll deal 4 damage to Corvus. Then we're going to discard up to 4 cards. That's an aggression. That's a basic, so that doesn't count. That doesn't count. So we get to do 2 additional damage. So that's 4, 5, 6. So now they're both at 6. So we just need to do 5 damage to him. So let's do... Yeah, we could actually... If I play a quantum magic, grab my Karmic Blast back, let's use the Armor Vest, let's use the Stun Gun, we're going to play another Karmic Blast. We're going to deal 4 damage. So that's 6. Alright, so he's at 10. And we're just going to discard all. We just need 1. Let's do 2. And that failed horribly. So that's quantum magic. Bring him out. I mean, I guess either way, I just do that. Because the Karmic Blast isn't gonna... So I need 2. So I don't have Duff Focus on. Right. So, yeah, I mean, we just go 1, 2, Pip. That's tough. We have Pip, attack, Corvus. So that takes him to 11. So he's all set. Loses his tough. And then we have Hulk hit Proxima for 3. And they're at 6, 7, 8. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So they go up to 9. 9 damage. Hulk effect. Energy, what does that do? Deal 1 damage to each character. So Hulk's going to take a damage. I take a damage. Bring me down to 2. He takes damage. So that's 1. And then she takes a damage, bring her down to 10. He already takes a damage, so he's at 12, which doesn't really matter. Pip takes 1 damage. Nice. Okay, so that actually works out because I have a 2 attack. Their health is 12, so I exhaust, hit him for 12, or him for 2. That's 12, and 12, 11. I win. All right. It was kind of confusing a little bit, but yeah, just make sure we all right. Yeah, I mean, cannot be defeated if they have any hit points. They don't have any hit points, so yeah, that's a win. So let's check out the victory conditions. So if Save Sharma Place was defeated, which it was, so this was defeated, we can add Sharma to the campaign pool. Where's my team? If Black Swan is not victory, which they are, add her, so we don't have to add Black Swan in. And then if Avenger's Tower has damage trait, record that, and it does. Sweet. Alright, so next time I pick this up, I will be fighting Thanos himself. Sure, that'll be fun. But alright, well, other than that, I'm going to call that a night. We were able to recover, we were able to retry the first scenario after losing yesterday, so we did that, and we were able to take down tower defense first attempt. But other than that, appreciate anyone who stopped by to check this out. Thanks, Lord Heaven, for stopping by. Nice hearing from you. And no one else. Oh, we're all set there. All right. But if you like the gameplay, please give a like to help my channel. If you have any feedback that you'd like to provide, it's always accepted, or it's always appreciated and accepted. So please leave a comment below. Other than that, have a great night, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.